Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Makeup and Movie Monday. I hope you're doing very well. So I want to apologise that I didn't upload a Makeup and Movie Monday last week just because I have been feeling a little bit on the rocky edge, basically just in my own kind of personal way. So I didn't want to upload anything, but this week I am back. I'm back with a bang because I'm here to talk about, in my opinion, one of the greatest science fiction movies ever made, and it is Blade Runner. So I'm going to be talking about the first Blade Runner, not the one that came out quite recently. It's not even that recent, to be honest. It was like it must be at least 2-3 years ago. But yeah, I'm here to talk about the original Ridley Scott version with Harrison Ford. I know the second one's got Harrison Ford in it, but this one doesn't have Ryan Gosling. Apologies. So yeah, let's get into the whole usual shabam where talking about this film, putting on a full face, the kind of important part of the video, I guess, is going to be about the film. Yeah, let's just get into it. So, like I said, this is, in my opinion, one of the greatest science fiction movies or movies ever made. I've seen this movie, I don't even know how many times I've seen it. I've like lost count how many times I've seen this film because it just, every time I watch it, there's just something new that I see or there's something special about it that I notice. So Blade Runner came out in 1982 and, like I mentioned, was directed by Ridley Scott. Excuse me, I got very dry throat. Originally, this was a book called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. And I have read that book numerous times and it's very, very different. The characters are all very kind of very different. I think Deckard, which is the main character with Harrison Ford, he's very different in this. I mean, I'm not going to be talking about the book because obviously we're here to talk about the movie. So obviously, you know, if I ever start talking about books, which I doubt I'll do, then I'll talk about Joanna Dream Electric Sheep. But yeah, the movie itself stars Harrison Ford, like I mentioned, good old miserable Harrison Ford as he is in this as well, which I think is absolutely hilarious because it fits really well to Deckard's character. You also have Rutger Hauer, who passed away. I believe it was this year, who plays one of the main kind of androids called Roy Batty. Batty, yeah. And then you've got Daryl Hannah, which is, I think she's a fantastic actress. She's very kind of underrated. I mean, Splash is one of the greatest movies ever made. Don't even come for me on that one because it's amazing. And obviously she was in Kill Bill series, which kind of like, not, it didn't really kind of kickstart her career because she kind of did it and then disappeared again. And now she's married to Neil Young, which, in case you didn't know that, it's true. It's very weird. It's also got Shaw Young in it, who plays Rachel, which is one of the kind of main, you know, androids essentially. She's fantastic in it. Her kind of acting, you know, I haven't really seen that many movies with Sean Young in it. She's in the original Dune, which is pretty cool. And she was gonna be in the Tim Burton's Batman as Kim Basinger's kind of character. My brain, Vicky Vale, that's it. But she hurt her back while horse riding or something, and so she couldn't be in the film anymore. And so yeah, that was pretty crazy. But yeah, as we're going into like Blade Runner basically, so yeah, Ridley Scott, in case you didn't know, is a director. He's done some amazing movies. If you haven't seen the like original Alien, like hello, that's one of, like, you know, when you talk about him and science fiction movies, they're just fantastic. They're like on par with each other. They're obviously very different movies because Alien is more of a horror science fiction, and you've got Blade Runner, which is science fiction and thriller essentially. So yeah, the whole film is essentially Deckard, which is Harrison Ford's character, is a police officer who is a Blade Runner who is there to take out androids that are basically gone bad. So you know, you have these main characters, like I mentioned with Roy Batty, and you've got Daryl Hannah's character, who Pris, who have kind of, they're not default, but they're realizing that they're at the end of their kind of life essentially, and they're going out, they're finding ways to extend their life. And so, you know, Roy Batty goes to his kind of maker, which is the Tyrell Corporation, and kind of, you know, is, you know, mishap, and you know, so the whole point of Harrison Ford's character is to kind of take them out, and he's like retired, that kind of, you know, oh, I'm retired and don't want to do this anymore. And you know, they reel him in because they kind of went off land, and it's not off land, but like off my brain's gone like soft. They went kind of off planet, so they kind of shouldn't be where they are, which is essentially in like Los Angeles. And what I just love about this film is just how beautiful it really is. Like, if you haven't seen this film, like, where have you been? It truly is fantastic. There's so many different versions of this film as well, so I'm gonna double check on the back of this because there are literally like 4 or 5 different versions. So you've got the original theatrical cut, which is 1982, then you've got the international cut, which again is 1982, then you've got the director's cut, and then you have the final cut, and then yeah, basically it's crazy because there are so many different changes in each of the film. I believe it is the international cut that has a narration by Decker's character, and I have watched it once, but I really did not like it, because even in a documentary called Dangerous Days, which is on this kind of special edition box set that I've got, which you can get by itself, I believe, or you can watch it on any other kind of like the DVDs of them. Harrison Ford is just constantly just like, I don't understand why Deckard is narrating, it's terrible. And you can tell in the film, in that version as well, how much Harrison Ford really hates doing the narration. I mean, when he talks in general, it's like he just does not give a shit, basically, which is one of the reasons why I love Harrison Ford. He's just hilarious. Like, even in Star Wars, he was just like, yeah, they said they were going to kill me off in the first one, and then I'm in the other ones, and I'm like, all right, mate, chill out. Like, I think the most of the times, you know, he could tell he's having a good time. Like, I think in the recent Blade Runner 1949 or something, I can't remember why, I don't remember what it is. He looked like he was having a better time, but his character is still, obviously because he's playing Deckard and he's very like, don't give a shit, and I hate androids and I hate everyone, blah blah blah. You can see his kind of personality come in the character, but which I think is just hilarious. But yeah, you could, I just think that version, they just it's just not that great. But everyone in this movie is fantastic. Like I said, Harrison Ford plays an amazing version of just kind of, not, he's not himself. I mean, I'm sure in real life he's a great guy. He's very happy and, you know, just getting on with it. But in the film, he's just like, look, I'm retired, I don't give a shit, I don't want to do this anymore. But obviously he's essentially like forced into this kind of trying to get these androids and trying to stop them from taking over and everything. And I just like the whole scene at the end, like everyone knows the iconic scene, you know, with Roy Batty and like Rutger Hauer's kind of like, yeah, I made it up and everything, and which I think is just amazing, because that tears and, you know, like Tears in the Rain scene is obviously probably the most iconic scene of that whole film, which is crazy because that movie just has so much around it that I love, like the visuals and just everything. Like, even in the documentary of Dangerous Days, it shows you all the props that they have, and it's amazing because the one of the first scenes that you see, which is the Tyrell building, the model is like that big, but then it looks like obviously a massive building, which is obviously the whole point of good art direction and, you know, just good props and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what else I can really talk about this movie, just praising it so much because it's a beautiful film. You know, the story is pretty, I guess it's pretty simple. I mean, you've got these androids who are expected to do their job and just die, but they're just malfunctioning and kind of like, nope, my time isn't over yet. I want to live. I want to, like, you know, explore more. Um, what am I talking about? I literally just like chatting so much. But again, what else can I really say about this film? Like, I mean, when the second one was coming out, I honestly was just like, I don't know why they're making another one. The first one is pretty perfect in my opinion by itself. Like, I've seen it, I don't even know how many times I've seen it, but it's just, I've probably seen it at least 50 times, and I'm not even exaggerating. The first time I watched it, I was literally just blown away, mainly because of how gorgeous it is. Um, Obviously, in the 80s, they mostly used props, so a lot of the time there was no CGI, everything was done then and there. Um, yeah, it's just fantastic, and that's why, like, Ridley Scott is just an amazing director. He just really knows how to just present a story. Recently, you know, when he did Alien, whatever they're called, Covenant, and all that stuff, Prometheus, I fucking hate those movies. Um, if I ever talk about like the Alien franchise, I'll talk about them as to how much I don't like them. But when it comes to something like Blade Runner and, you know, 2049, it just, they're great movies. I'm just gonna put on the lips, and we're almost done. Didn't do anything too crazy today when it came to the look, just because just want something simple. Okay, this lipstick's very sheer. You barely see anything. This is my finished look and me talking about Blade Runner. I mean, I'm not even sure what else I can really say about it. I mean, sorry, I you know, beginning, middle, end. If you haven't seen the film, please, 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 please watch it. You will not be disappointed. I don't know if I've ever come across anyone that didn't like this movie. And if I do, I don't want to know you, basically, because just everything about this film is just freaking gorgeous. Like, I don't even know what to say. This box set I think is actually amazing, because this came out when, I'm trying to remember when I bought this, but it was at least, it must be coming up to 8-9 years now when I bought this. And it comes with a little spinner, which I think is amazing, which is the car that Deckard drives, essentially like his little police car, which is amazing. So yeah, this is like the 30th anniversary, and it comes with a booklet, and it comes with, you know, just stills from the film, and it, you know, some art as well. But obviously this version's not available anymore because it came out such a long time and it was like a limited edition. But yeah, if you were to watch any version, I would just recommend watching the final cut, because it is essentially, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, even though this movie is what, yeah, over 30 years old. But it's like, do you guys think that Deckard is an android? Let me know, because who knows? Because in the final cut, I mean, it kind of betrays that he is, because of the eyes and the way that you see Rachel's character with, like, the kind of, the way the eyes, you know, the shimmer. With Deckard, I don't know. I really don't know, but I kind of think he is. But then it's just very strange that he is one, and he's a policeman. But then it's, you know, it's a very strange film. It's a science fiction, so you're never gonna completely, you know what's happening. But yeah, this movie is just, it's one of the greatest movies ever made. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why, and I'll prove you wrong. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's Makeup and Movie Monday. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload videos every time I get a chance to, especially with the Makeup Movie Mondays. I'm being very consistent and filming them, obviously apart from last week, which I apologise again for. But let me know if there's any films that you want me to talk about. Halloween is coming up very soon, so in October I'll be doing a whole like horror season, which I'm super excited about because horror is my favorite genre of all time. So I will see you soon and take care, guys. Bye.